this is Di, and I have gotten back from Vidcon, and I recorded a lot of vlog of my days in Vidcon. I am up to, let's see, there's day 0, day 1, day 2, day 3, and the second day 3 is coming out. Oh, and day 4 is going to be coming out, so there's much more videos coming. But I wanted to stop and show you some bonus footage I have. I recorded a little more than I expected of Rhett and Link's panel, where they talked about their creative process. I got about 15 minutes of it, and I thought for those of you who didn't get to go to VidCon, it might be nice to get to see it. Also, you notice that Taylor asks a question. This is her card, and I will make sure I put an eye in the sky to her channel. We met at the event and then saw each other later in the day at the CTFXC event. So please make sure you watch and enjoy this video. Here is Rhett and Link.
How'd you like that little video? Oh, you finally ever get to sit next to me?
Please me!
Directive, man.
Please me,
You know, when VidCon asked Rhett and Link through me who the best person to moderate this would be, I was so happy that you guys via me said me. So that I could talk to you about this. My main question is, from where you guys started and the way that you would ideate back then and what your content was to now, can you just talk about the evolution of creating content for you, what you were doing back then versus what you're doing now, and that and all that?
I think for us, a lot of times it starts with like a certain format that we want to work within. So I mean, at the very beginning of YouTube, it wasn't just YouTube starting, but like Apple was launching iTunes video podcasting, and those were done in a certain way, and we thought we wanted to do those, so we came up with something that felt like a video version of an audio podcast way back then, which was us sitting behind a table and having conversations. So we based stuff around that. And then whenever YouTube started to work for us, it was like, okay, we can do songs work, so we can do more of that. So I think it's more of one of the ways that I think we still do. It's like, okay, we want to do a podcast now, or 2.5 years ago, or whatever, when we brought Ear Biscuits back. So, all right, how are we gonna approach that on our own terms?
That was September in 2013, by the way, that we started Ear Biscuits.
A long time
It was
ago.
a long time ago.
3.5 years. Yeah. Well, I think that something that's kind of remained the same. You know, before we were doing YouTube full time, we would get together one night a week. Even when we were engineers, we would get together one night a week for creative time. And we were very practical and scheduled and sort of regimented in the way that we approached the creative process.
And it wasn't like it was an excuse for us to just hang out as buddies.
It was
and get away from our wives or something.
Goal.
No, we were actually, we didn't want to get away from our wives. Or their record.
Wish they were here right now.
But we would literally sit in a room and just, like, in 2 chairs and write
Nothing else, just 2 chairs.
And just write something. We wouldn't goof off or like play video games or watch television.
Right, and so it's always been that way. And so once we started, you know, doing this as a business, from the very beginning, like the day that we were at that lawyer's office, deciding to call our company, all one word, Rhett and Link Creations. That was the first name of the company, LLC. We were going in at, first of all, in North Carolina, sometimes we would go in at 7 a.m. Remember that? There was a spurt there where we went at 7 a.m.
That's
like, that doesn't happen on the West Coast. We go in at 9 a.m.
Well, you had to beat all that Harnett County traffic.
Right, yeah. But we've always been very regimented in our schedule, and now it's basically 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every single day. We can get home so we can be with our family, see the kids. We have one night a week that we still work late, but we've always been And I don't think this is typical of creators, because we've met a lot of creators who are I know the whole left brain, right brain thing is overstated and not really true, but just in the traditional understanding of right brain versus left brain, there's we don't really have one that wins out, and so there's a very left brain approach to right brain things with us, and so it's very scheduled. I think people might be surprised to be like, man, when I see you guys creating, it doesn't seem very fun. It seems like you guys are solving a mathematical equation, and that is how we have fun. That's how we approach the creative process. It's a problem that has to be solved. There is an answer that is correct. That's the punchline. The setup is the equation. The answer is the punchline. Let's, to oversimplify it, and that's how we've always done it.
Yeah. This fall, we are expanding the show into a 22-minute show. We talked a little bit about it on stage earlier today, but we are very excited about that opportunity. I think that one of the main reasons is it kind of combines where we are with GMM now, and then we're planning on bringing in some more elevated content into that show that we like to make. And we're fortunate enough to be able to partner with YouTube and have the resources in order to make that content, which we have not before on such a consistent basis. So maybe talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to, just the change in general, because I know that the three of us have been very excited to infuse something different into gimmickal learning.
Yeah, I mean, it's if each episode is like 22 minutes, well, that's not actually how much more content you're going to get. I think in terms of like pieces of content to enjoy, and the amount of content that we're tasked to create, it's going to be more like 4 times the amount of stuff, which is really exciting. I think on any given day, you're going to have 4 or 5 things instead of 1 or 2 if you count the mythical war. So, I mean, it's a big opportunity for us to try a whole bunch of stuff and see what sticks and what we like the best and what we have fun with, and ways we can interact with you guys. And who knows at this point? I think it's going to be a lot of stuff.
There's an opportunity to throw a bunch of different things at it until we
So it's not just going to like, okay, we're not making a 22-minute show.
Yeah,
we're making more segments.
And we're not just saying, okay, well, sometimes we go 15 minutes on the Willet, let's go 22. That's not what's going to happen. It's going to be, well, instead of just a Willet on a certain day where we would do a Willet, you're going to get 3 other things as well. It's going to be a challenge. We need to clone. We need actually 2 clones of each of us. If we had 9 people, that would be very helpful. But yeah, I think Link alluded to this a little bit earlier in the live Rib Biscuit. One of the things that we hope to be able to do, and this is sort of the pattern with us, is we just kind of commit to something and put ourselves in a situation, and then we've got to deliver on something. We've got to create something that will work and that we'll be proud of. But with that much opportunity, with that much content, we're going to be forced to kind of dip back into our bag of tricks, creative bag of tricks, and that includes anything that we've done in the past, whether that's local commercials or music videos or sketches, and obviously that content is a lot more difficult to produce, and you're not going to get like a music.
Hi, so when you guys come up with ideas for videos or like new things, how do you guys bounce back ideas? What's your creative process for all your videos?
It's interesting if one of us has an idea and is presenting it to the other person or the whole team. There's an art to pitching an idea and to receiving an idea, and that we have to learn and relearn again and again, because we want to create an environment where even you're free to pitch an idea that might sound stupid, because when it bounces off of the other person's ears and around in their brain, it might turn into something that's genius. That's just how things happen. But you can short circuit the process if the first thing you say in response is, well, I think that's stupid. And I mean, no one on our team, we usually don't say that to each other unless there's something else going on, which happens.
Well, the team has been trying to pitch something called city/country vote to me over and over again. But
Is that Eddie?
I think
Or a hawk?
Nickel Crew is here.
City
Trying
slash
to
country
pitch-
vote?
Yes, it's Eddie.
The Eddie
And
guy here?
everyone, he wants to do city/country vote.
City country vote. That sounds stupid.
It is yet to, that's all I know.
I like it. I like it, Eddie.
But yeah, it's important that we have an environment where we can throw things against the wall so that something will stick. But you can't expect everything to stick.
We've actually, and again, this is another way that the creative process has changed for us because it's gone from the two of us to, I don't know, how big is Vidcon now? You know the exact
Just
numbers.
about 30.
Yeah, it's about 30 people. And what we do, we try to do on a monthly basis now is we have like an all hands on deck creative brainstorming meeting in which everyone, and it's not just writers, but it's everyone who does anything at the company comes together, and because everyone's a creator, right? That's sort of that's how we think about things, that's how you guys think about things, is that we're all consumers but all creators at the same time. There's not this delineation between us and you or you and anybody else. Here, really, we're all kind of doing the same thing, and so we kind of see our company as the same thing. Somebody who is just hired to be a PA may have a great idea for a video, so we take those ideas from the group, but then to go along with what Link was saying, there's no critique of those ideas when they're presented. It's very much a recording and clarification of the ideas. I think that I would say that with anybody that you're collaborating with, make sure that it's about getting the idea out there and understanding the idea before you crap all over it. So we just let those ideas be clarified and explained and understood, and then it's only after the fact that we go through and critique and to select those ideas that we want to do. Because you can very quickly, especially in a creative partnership like me and Link, you can quickly, especially when you are concerned about efficiency, you can just shoot down an idea. I don't have time for this, let's just move on to this, that doesn't work. And you have to kind of resist that temptation.
Yes, I'm bad at picking.
In a creative partnership, or people that just have been in the entertainment industry a long time are like, guys, we're not actually mad, we're just passionate and intense, and we both want the same thing, we want it to be great.
No, I'm mad.
Well, he gets mad at me, that's true, you may not believe that, but that's certainly true. But we had some people tell us about you probably never saw this movie, Revenge of the Nerds, back in the day. So the guys who created that franchise and other movies like it would like yell and cuss each other out at like the top of their lungs day after day. That was their creative process. We don't do that.
That's no way
We don't yell. They're like maybe once every 2 years, maybe there's like a yelling that happens. But it's typically just some kind of fighting over building ideas together. So we've never really had like a creative impasse where it was like, okay, well, we're just not even going to do this idea. It's never happened. It's always been like, okay, you seem to believe in this more than I believe in the alternative, so we'll go with that idea. That might be, if there's like any sort of creative impasse, that may be how it's resolved. But yeah, it's part of our process is bickering.
We got that question back there. Where's this other mic?
I've been watching.
Go way in the back there. I'm sorry, sir. Just trying to. Way in the back on the right with a peace symbol on his hand. Is this a peace symbol or a peace sign?
All right, go for it, then.
I've been watching you guys longer than I can actually remember. So ever since I've seen this series, I've always been wanting to ask, what let me think. What got you guys come up with the idea of the Willet series?
What's the what of the Willet series? What's the genesis of the Willet series?
Yes.
I think that was Eddie who's sitting right next to you.
It was all of us.
It was an evolution of
I think you decided on Willet Taco. I think you decided on the name, didn't you?
Yeah, it was Cinco de Mayo, and we had to come up with a human episode, and we were going to do something with tacos, and the way I remember it is...
Will it taco?
Will it taco?
And that's how it became. Will it taco?
Well, and now...
Not a secret.
Now, the idea behind using the term "will it" was actually that there was the "Will It" blend series that was what company is that?
Blend Tech.
Blend Tech. I have one. I should remember that. Was asking if something would blend, but we were specifically saying that. Well, what can we put into obviously different foods was our spin on the thing. And again, it was one of those things that you do once. We do a lot of things once, thinking, all right, we'll do this again if it works. That was one that worked a few times.
Well, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Please comment. I love to answer everyone. And I'll see you soon. God bless.